I'm regional media film critic Sean Patrick with a review of Kubo and the Two Strings, featuring the voices of Charlize Theron and Matthew McConaughey.
You're growing stronger. You might not want to look quite so pleased about that. We grow stronger, the world grows more dangerous. Life has a funny way of keeping things balanced.
Monkey, do you ever say anything encouraging?
I encourage you not to die.
Kubo and the Two Strings is the story of a young boy named Kubo who is a storyteller. And the stories he tells, he uses a magical guitar and some incredible magical origami to tell a story of a samurai who's battling an evil that comes from the moon. And the samurai is on a quest to gather all of the most important armaments in order to battle this big evil. And it turns out that this story that the kid tells with his magical guitar and origami is actually a true story that his mother has been telling him for years as a story, and that it turns out to be true leads to a whole other adventure. This comes from the folks at Leica, who are responsible for the movie Coraline and one of my favorite movies, Paranorman, and they do incredible imaginative stop-motion animation. It's really fantastic, and Kubo, in many ways, is a really fantastic movie. It's very moving and engaging, but I think for me, I'm not entirely sold on Kubo, if only because I think this film appeals to a much older audience than your typical animated adventure. It still has appeal for kids, but it also is trying to reach out to an older audience as well. And in doing that, I think there's a bit of a division between what this movie is and what it wants to be and who's going to watch it. I don't know who the audience for this movie is. It's kind of for me, but it's also kind of a kid's movie. And in that way, I'm just not sure what to tell you about it. It's a very good movie. Whether or not your kids will be engaged by it. There was a kid who was at the movie at it when I saw it, and he kind of was talking the whole time. Not that I had a problem with him. He was actually a pretty funny kid, but he wasn't entirely engaged with this movie. And not like you would be, say, like a classic kind of Pixar movie. But nevertheless, Kubo and the Two Strings is a good movie. I would say it's not a great movie. I recommend it, but with a few caveats. I'm Sean Patrick.